يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله يا نور عيني يا حبيبي يا نور عيني يا حبيبي يا بالزهراء يا رسول الله.
Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends. How are you? I missed you. In the previous episode, we talked about the Great Battle of Badr, where the Muslims returned victorious and stronger, with prisoners and spoils of war. And so those who remained of Al-Aws and Al-Khazraj rushed to announce their conversion to Islam, although they were not yet believers in what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had brought. When the news of the great victory they had achieved over Quraysh reached the people of Medina, there was sad news that awaited our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. His daughter Ruqayya, may Allah be pleased with her, had passed away, and she was the first of his daughter to pass away. The sadness of our beloved Prophet was lessened by his marriage to Aisha radiallahu anha, the daughter of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anha. The marriage had been contracted in Mecca after the death of his wife Khadija. May Allah be pleased with her. Aisha was a loving, kind, intelligent wife who preserved everything that our beloved Prophet ﷺ said and did. And she was among his most beloved wives and among the best at preserving the Quran and Sunnah and narrating them to the Muslims in later times. The matter of the prisoners, whom the Muslims had brought from Badr, was something new to them. So, our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ commanded his companions to treat them kindly, feed them, and be kind to them. Then he consulted his companions, may Allah be pleased with them, regarding their matter. And Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, may Allah be pleased with him, suggested taking a bail from their wealthy ones so that the Muslims could benefit from it, and perhaps Allah would guide the disbelievers to Islam. As for the poor among prisoners, the payment for one of them was to teach 10 Muslim boys to read and write. Only 2 of the prisoners were killed, who were among the most hostile and rebellious from Quraysh. Do you know, O beloved followers of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, what happened to Abu Lahab, the uncle of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his most opposing enemy among Quraysh, who did not participate in Battle of Badr and was out because he was coward and he feared to be killed? Well, he died 7 nights after the Battle of Badr of an infectious disease, and nobody would come and approach him. Everyone was afraid of the infection, so they buried him under stones from a distance. After the release of the prisoners, Zainab, the daughter of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, at the request of migrated to Medina, at the request of the Prophet that the Prophet made to her husband, who was one of the prisoners of Badr, who were bailed out with money. With this, the migration of the entire household of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was completed. As for Fatima Zahra, may Allah be pleased with her, the youngest of the Prophet's daughters and the most similar to him, she was also married after Badr to Ali ibn Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, and she later gave birth to Al-Hasan and Al-Hussein, may Allah be pleased with them, as well as to 2 daughters, Zainab and Kulthum. The Jews did not appreciate the victory of the Muslims in Badr, and they were angry about it, showing their grudges. Their response, particularly Banu Qaynuqa, was violent. Then something happened that upset the Muslims. The Jews of Banu Qaynuqa united to kill a Muslim man who had killed a Jew in self-defense after this Jew had attacked a Muslim woman in their market. This violated the treaty of the city and the Jews' own word, and was a direct attack on the Muslims, declaring war on them. the news reached our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and immediately the companions assembled an army, quickly moved to fortress of Banu Qaynuqa and besieged them, insisting to continue the siege until the Jews surrendered. God put fear in the hearts of the Jews, and they surrendered to the decision of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, which was to kill their fighting men. Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul, the ally of Banu Qaynuqa from the Khazraj tribe, who had not converted to Islam until after Badr, insisted on their behalf and tried to make Prophet Muhammad ﷺ change his decision. So the Prophet agreed to let them go in exchange for their agreement to leave Al-Medina. Thus, the Jewish tribe of Banu Qaynuqa left the city, laying down their weapons and leaving their wealth as spoils for the Muslims. Afterwards, the other Jewish tribes remained silent for a time after the punishment and terror gripped their hearts. So, what happened after that? And what did Quraysh do to seek revenge on Muslims and regain their position among the Arab tribes? And what happened in the Battle of Uhud? Well, this is what we will know, my dear friends, in the next episode. So stay tuned.